Shalom. First thing and foremost, I'm going to give all praises and glory and honor that's due to Yahweh, Hashem, Yahweh Shai, Hashem, Kakadash. I want to give double honors to the apostles and elders, a great millstone that rule well. Blessings and salutations to the whole elect. News in this gospel, brother, lifting up the standard of Yahweh, Hashem, Yahweh Shai, wherever it may be. Hey, this is just another lesson through the Spirit, Lord, so to be edifying. I found this interesting, man. I was watching a video on YouTube, and you know sometimes how they have those infomercials when they promote their particular product, and this stood out to me, which is called the Aura Ring. Okay, now the thing that stands out about this, and we're gonna get into it, it says a really smart ring. Now, what do we understand about smart devices? They're able to track you, they're able to give biometrical data, they're able to kind of give you some insight as to what's going on within the body. Same thing with the watches. You know, they got what they called like you got the iWatches, but there's something else called like a Fitbit, but they're gearing the mindset of people to be able to detect their health and their particular vitals and stuff like that kind of wirelessly, but, without going to the doctor. You know what I'm saying? And it's the same thing with this Aura Ring here. And it comes in different colors because peep this, right? It says, meet the most innovative, stylish wearable on the market. It says your Aura Ring tracks over 20 biometric signals from your finger, okay? Why is it tracking you, for one thing? How does a ring have that particular technology in it to be able to pinpoint and give you some type of data on what's going on in your body? Well, for one thing, is because they have RFID sensors in them. Okay, that's why it says track over 20 biometric signals all from your finger, okay? So they just give down some ballistics of it when it goes to pinpoint accuracy. Aura's research grade sensors track it all, okay? Temperature trends, heart rate, daily activity and recovery, sleep quality, menstrual cycles, and even stress. So basically they're taking from what you can do with a Fitbit or an iWatch or your phone, because your phone can do all these things too, but instead they're making it more sustained because a ring is a lot smaller than a watch. So they're giving you, or they're prepping you mentally to be able to accept that RFID chip, because what happens is eventually, when this is a selling point, eventually they're just going to say, you know what, everything from your bank account, your credit cards, your wallets, your biometrical data, your doctor's notes, your last doctor visits will all be contained within this mini processor, which is the MOTB. Okay, so this is why we told people that the MOTB is deeper than just the C-hip, okay, which the C-hip is really everything contained in it, but it's going to be more than just, we're going to put a in your hand and you go about your way. No, man, this is going to be tied into the entire system and the entire grid, okay, to the point you ain't going to be able to move around without it. They're going to be able to track your every move. They're going to be able to turn your chip off if you acting stupid, or if you have any type of government violations that you're speaking out against the public or against, mandates. Then they're going to turn your device off, okay? And this is the reason why they want to set up what they call a social credit system here in America, because they need to be able to track and monitor who's saying what about what, okay? And this is the technology that allows them to do it. All right, it's a video I may get into later that the FBI showed up at a woman's door because of something she posted on social media. And she basically told them to kick rocks, like, I'm not dealing with y'all. You have no right to be on my property. So right there, they're already trying to bully people into the Gestapo tactic of putting things out there. And next step is tracking people, because we need to keep track on people who poses a threat to our demise of our kingdom, which is just Esau. All this whole kingdom and everything that's happening in this society is all Esau crying out about the birthright. Okay, your very misery of existence that you're going through in life, from the setup of these wicked protective classes or these social classes, from the Me Too movement to the TG to the Momo, all this stuff and the laws and shit, it's all basically Esau just weeping about the birthright. That's all it is. Okay, he's just a big kid, and everybody got to suffer and die because of his indiscretion, because he decided he wanted to sell his birthright, which was really set up through the Spirit. But hey, nigga, you gave up your birthright, so be it. Okay, you and your blessing now, it's not good enough. Like, take your blessing and be happy with it. You've prospered for a long time. You've built up America through free slave labor. You know what I'm saying? You got all the banks. You got 90% of the land on the world. So just be happy with what you got, man. Okay, you've been in power far longer than any other empire. I mean, shit, you've been in power longer than the Egyptians, because honestly speaking, I would like to say Esau had 3 rulerships, really 2, but 3 if you count the Greeks, then the Romans, even though they merged together and became one, the Greco-Romans, but still the Greeks had a separate hierarchy than the Romans, and then they merged into one. So you got the Greco-Roman Empire, which is really 1, but I count as 2. Okay, then you got the modern revival of the Roman Empire today, which is America, Babylon the Great, the EU, NATO, all these other nations. And you still want freaking more, man. So, dude, just give it up, So it reads here, and it says, our ring is made of titanium, super strong, non-allergic, lighter than average wedding bands. It says up to 7 days of battery, mean you could track your health 24/7 without charging every night. See, always wearable, water resistant, and tough enough to withstand altitude, heat, and cold. It says Aura tracks your biometrics wherever adventure takes you. Okay, then I guess it's a membership here. Then they go into the tech specs, which is the materials here. Then you got the weights and dimensions, which is 7.9 millimeters, which is roughly small. The thickness 2.5 millimeters, the size of a wedding band. Weight 4 to 6 grams, depending on the ring size. Okay, you got power, which is the connectivity, which is Bluetooth, low energy, smart, automatic firmware updates, and EMF safe, and allows airplane mode. Sensors, bam. Green LED sensors, which is optimal heart sensor rate sensor, skin temperature sensors, photo body. Photo diodes in 3D accelerometer. Accelerometer. Okay, infrared. It says infrared, which is the PPG, which is photopellet sensors. Red lead blood oxygen sensor. So yeah, this thing is it's pretty advanced, man. Okay, features here. It says a market leader in sleep tracking for over a decade. Aura gives you the best in class insights for sleep quality. Feel more rested every day with personalized recommendation based on your sleep pattern. So basically, they're taking everything that you could do on your smartphones and putting it in a ring. First it was the phones, now it's the Fitbits and watches. Now it's rings. Then next it would be the punch. Daily sleep score, bedtime guidance, okay, sleep stages, blood oxygen sensing. By detecting your blood oxygen levels at night, or can tell if you're experiencing any breathing disturbances. Wow. And a lot of people gonna get this because, it beats them for having to go to the doctor and get scheduled, It says early illness detection. This is the one that really got me. It says our core monitors your temperature trends and heart rate variability to identify potential signs of fever or sickness so that you could take extra precautions. Temperature trends, or it tells you when your temperature trends or heart rate are higher than normal. And rest and recovery insights, or will provide suggestions for recovery if you may be getting sick. Okay, heart health, stress, compatibility. Yeah, so you can sync it up with your phone. Integrations, stress, wow, heart health, activity, and record. So yeah, this thing seems like this is another step into the MOTB. Real science, real proof, which Paul calls it science so falsely called. Because it's really, it's really wicked. It's really left-hand means. All right. It says that large-scale C19 study found that temperature sensors in Aura Ring could be early effective tool for monitoring fever and early illness detection. That's something. So yeah, brothers, man. I wanted to put this on wax. So this is the book Isaiah 32:7. It says the instruments also of the troll are evil. That's an instrument right there. It says he devised wicked devices to destroy the poor with lying words, even when the needy speak it right. Okay, because they're gonna push this. They're gonna push this technology, and they're gonna say this is beneficial for you. Okay, this is what you need in order for you to go from one city to the next. Especially with the disruption of these global supply chains and these logistics. Found out that port out there in Maryland, I believe that they are taking like a $15 to $16 million loss a day because of that. What happened with that ship, with that barge, destroyed the bridge. So they gotta track all these things, man. Because Esau, he tracks his goods through what he call RFID technology, man. He tracks it, like embargo, so to speak. which some Israelite camps are saying. At first, they were saying that's the RFID or the MOTB and embargo. Wait, embargo is like for business commerce wise, you know. But this is going to be technology that they're going to put in your body. And what proved that was Aaron Russo got it from the horse's mouth when he spoke on this guy by the name of Nick Rockefeller, one of the elites. And he stated that, well, you know, we want to put a micro C-hip in everybody. And if they get out of line, we going to just turn off their micro C-hip, you know, which basically is a social credit system. Because in order for them to be justified on turning off your micro C-hip, they have to have some type of tracking or some type of intel on you going against their new world order. And how other to do that outside of a social credit system. So there's going to be a social credit system which they're setting up. In America, they're way behind on that. Okay, European nations have got it up. Hey, China, the Chinese, they got their social credit system set up. So now they need to bring it here because they need to know who's saying what and what's what, man. Okay, this is the book of Ecclesiastes 7, and I'm going to start at verses 29. It says, Lo, this only have I found, that Yahweh have made man upright, but they have sought out many inventions, okay? And this is nothing more but a deceptive tactic in order to get, you know, Jake to take the MOTB, man. You know? So are you Israelite camps out there that's not pushing the word of the Heavenly Father in truth and sincerity, then, hey, you could be taken by this, man, because you're not taking it serious, you know? And we told people that they're going to start to gradually introduce this technology into people's lives, man, and people are already dealing with it. You know, especially you Edomites out there. You know, you got to have the newest device. You know, you got to have the newest Fitbit. You know, all these things. And sooner than later, when they collapse your money system, you're going to be required to get it because that's going to link the CBDC through Fed now. And the MOTB is all going to be integrated into one big system. You know, and the C-HIP will be basically your free to go pass, so to speak. It's going to be like a like, you know, when you go to amusement park, you got to wait in line. But if you got the express pass, you got privilege. Basically, you can go ahead and go do what you got to do because you got the code to get in. Like back in 2011, they had what is called the Baja Club. You had to get the MOTB in order to get inside that club to be classified VIP, man. So it's no different. So you want to own an apartment or you own a vehicle, then you got to get C-HIP. You know, they going to do away because they got something which is called Real ID that was supposed to come out back in 2017. No, they mentioned 2017, but I believe they wanted to push it like 2018 and they wanted to have it up and running by 2020. But, you know, it got pushed back. So now in these states, you're going to have what they call a Real ID in real time in order for you to get your tags. Okay, you may have what they call smart tags, you know, smart IDs. That way they can have the shit in your vehicle and you can't get your vehicle registered unless you opt into this system. So they're going to basically phase us out. You know what I'm saying? As things can progress and it takes away your freedom, so to speak, they're going to start to phase people out and people are going to gradually step into it because they ain't just going to throw it at you at one time. Because people say, nah, fuck this shit. We ain't dealing with that. They're going to slowly enter into it. Okay, well, in order for you to pay your mortgage, we don't accept money orders no more, but you have to go through this smart communications app and you have to pay your mortgage that way. And before you know it, they can say, oh, well, you know, that didn't really work. Now we need to take it a step forward. You need to actually scan something that says you have the money in your account. So they're going to gradually introduce this to you. They ain't just going to throw it at you once because it'd be too obvious. But when you gradually put things in, you know, and it's just like a man. He gradually eases his way into a woman until he slides in a box. You know, you do it. Some men, they do it quick. The goal is to get it quick, but you know, sometimes you got to play the game with these brides, man. But regardless of it, hey, we there, brothers. Psalms 37, and I'm going to start at 7. It says, rest in Yahweh and wait patiently for him. Fret not thyself because of him who prospered in his way, because of the men who bringeth wicked devices to pass. Okay, this is a wicked device, man, and there's going to be a consequences on taking that MOTB. Okay, now the ring is not the MOTB for those of you that want to get simple. No, that's not what we're saying. But nonetheless, this is a step closer to getting that MOTB. All right. Last precept, this is the book of Revelation 16:1. And the reason it says, and I've heard a great voice out of the temple saying to the 7 angels, go your ways and pour out the vials of wrath of Yahweh upon the earth. And the first went and poured out his vial upon the earth, and there fell a noisome sore and grievous sore upon the men which have had the mark of the MOTB, or upon them which worshipped his image. Okay, so right there, there's a judgment upon those of you that receive it. Now, when you go into this word sore, yep, it says grievous, noisome. It goes into elkos, which means a wound producing discharging of pus or sore or nuclear, which can be cancerous, man. Okay, so with that, I'm gonna end it, giving all praises and glory and honor that's due to Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai. Lord's will you were edified into the next lesson.